What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We haven't done a video like this in quite a long time, but we want to get back into kind of doing simple how-tos to show you guys exactly how to fix your car. Could be something more intense, could be something a little bit easier. Today I would say it's kind of a moderate type of install. This is going to be mostly for older cars. My WRX has 212,000 miles on it, so it's time to start swapping out bushings and ball joints such as we're doing tonight. So let's jump right into it and I'll show you guys exactly what you're going to need to do. So first off, we're gonna have to take off the wheel to access where the lower ball joint on the control arm is. I already have the wheel taken off, so that is taken care of. From there, we're gonna have to locate where the lower ball joint is. So let me show you exactly where it is. So on the WRX or Impreza, it's gonna be located right under, right there. And you can see that I've already taken out the 2 bolts necessary, but I'm gonna go back through and show you guys exactly what you need to take out, and then we can pick up from there. So first thing you're gonna have to do is take off the bottom nut, and actually I can show you guys with the new one. This is what the new one will look like. Basically it sits like this inside the car and kind of swivels around. Some cars, they do face up. In this case it faces down. Kind of swivels around and keeps that arm in control, but does give it a little bit of play so it can go back and forth. The issue is over time these things break out and there's actually grease inside of there, and once they bust open it kind of loses all of its structural integrity and then kind of just like gets clapped out. What we need to do is replace this. There is one special tool that you're going to need, which I'll jump into in just a minute, but anyways, it faces like this down. You're gonna have to take this nut off the bottom, unscrew it. Should be easy. If we get up underneath here, you can see right where the nut would have been, right on the bottom, kind of sticks through, and you can see how disgusting that one is. That second nut that you're gonna have to take out is that one right in the center of the screen right there. That is the one that kind of keeps the end of it compressed together so it doesn't fall down. So our objective is that we have to kind of pop that thing back down and then pop it out, and then that lower control arm we're going to have to kind of press down in order to get the ball joint out. Another important piece that you might need to pick up is some PB blaster if your car is a little bit rusty or crusty, such as my car is. So this definitely helps. It especially helps if you spray it and then leave it on there for a couple of hours or even 15 minutes if you can. It definitely helps kind of lube it up and break through that rust, and then you can kind of take it out from there. I left the ball joint itself sprayed overnight so that it's nice and soaked up for tonight. I really hope this is not as difficult as the other side was last time. Little update, the better way to do this would be to actually reapply the castle nut that is on the bottom of it and kind of pry it again so it pulls that top out, and then you can just loosen it up and you're good to go. Alright, so I actually turned the wheel to give myself a little more room and access to it. So now we kind of have this space leading out here. What I'm going to do next is there's kind of like that pinch joint right there. I'm going to put like a flathead screwdriver in there or something and kind of pry them open just in case if it's a little rusty. It might kind of separate it, and we're going to try and like pry that down with either that long flathead screwdriver or maybe even a piece of wood or something. We'll see, but I want to get that crease kind of opened up a little bit more. All right. Wow, it's real bright. All right, welcome to this is day 3 of doing this project. I just stopped by Lowe's and picked up a new light for the garage because I know we need a little bit better lighting in the garage, especially when we're trying to get up underneath the cars to kind of show you guys what we're working with. That little halogen bulb is just not that good anymore. So, also picked up some more tools from our buddy Cody. Thank you, Cody. Look, I'm gonna put his face right here. Picked up some tools from him, a large pry bar and a pickle fork setup so that we can try and pull the ball joint out tonight. So let's get on back home, get this light going, see how bright it is, and then let's see if we can get this thing done. Alright, got the light set up. Let's see how much brighter this thing. Apparently it's 3,000 lumens. Let's see how much it actually lights this up. Oh, now that's a game changer. That is so bright. Sweet. Makes a good difference. Oh, just mounted it up there for a second, and like I think that is brighter than that entire double bar over there. So yeah, I have the big pry bar. I actually started working on it earlier a little bit just to get it started, to see if this was even possible. And this big boy pretty much got it out, so I just got to work the rest of it out, and then I'll show you guys what's going on. All right, we got it out. We have finally got it out. So it takes this big of a pry bar to get this thing out, and a little bit of muscle. So she is finally popped out right there. Obviously mine is a little more crusty than some of your guys might be, but yeah. Also, just for reference, the pry bar that I was using is 3 feet long. So that's what you're gonna need for this. Here's the new one. I'll pull out the old one, and then we can compare. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm actually using a pickle fork to go right in between where the ball joint is. And it's like disconnected. You're just gonna hammer this end. It's gonna take some time if it's crusty like mine, once again, to get that up. Kind of have the rest of the assembly jacked up right now, so it's leaving us some room, but just hammering this away until it pops out. Well, boys, we did it. Finally, with some help of the pickle fork. There it is. That looks nasty. Let's get this thing off. This was a pain. I don't even know how I did it last year on the other side, because I didn't use a big thing. I'm pretty sure we just like cut it out. I don't know how we did that though. So there are comparisons, fresh to, well, it's seen better days. So let's go ahead and get that new one popped in, and then we can start getting this car back together. All right, so what I did for reinstall is I actually put the old castle nut on the bottom and then started hammering that up until it seats again. So don't use the new one because you're going to be banging it around. I actually put the old one on, and then we're going to bang it up in there until it sits flush. For the bolt that's going back in, this is actually going to be tightened down at 37 foot-pounds. So if you have a torque wrench like that, then you can put it over to 37 foot-pounds, and that's what this needs to go back in. Here we go. And the bottom is now torqued to, I did 30 foot-pounds. They say that the control arms that are aluminum need to be 22 foot-pounds, and the steel ones are 33. So I did like kind of a happy medium. I did 30. So everything is bolted back on, and we just gotta throw the wheel back on, and we're done. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching how to replace the ball joint on your lower control arm on your Subaru or any other car that has something similar to this. Also stay tuned, because we are actually planning on cutting up the car within this next coming week to go ahead and fit those flares that we test fitted in the last video. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you're not following us on all our social media, I will link it right here. Go follow it, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.